And welcome to another Justice video. So a few weeks ago, I did a video where I was in my little garage workshop building a Pi show board from Avatar. But I realized I never took the time to actually show you the property up here in Coarsegold that I live on. So this week I'm going to be walking some of the trails of our property and showing you some of the nice spots that I like to go and retreat to nature during these hectic times. So without further ado, let's get going. So one of my favorite things about living up here is that we have a decent amount of land, about 10 acres. So that gives us a good amount of room to have like trails and different places that we can just sit and enjoy. So this is our first little chill spot we like to go to. It's a nice little clearing, little meadow area. So, let's continue on with our hike. Yeah, when you live up here, you get used to all the bird noises. They're everywhere. But one of the cool things though is at night, there's actually owls around here that you can hear flying around and hooting. It's really interesting. So here, we're at a fork in the path. We can either go to, over here there's a seasonal creek, which is dry right now, but it's a cool little spot. Or we can go this direction, which leads to my favorite spot on the property. And I think we're gonna go this way, but I'm not gonna spoil what's over there for you. Sometimes I like to just sit out here and relax and just listen to all the nature sounds. And just think about how people before modern times used to just live around here doing their own thing. Like thousands of years ago, there was people here. That's insane to me. And it just really makes you curious about how they lived before us. You know, what was their culture and their method. Another thing you get used to up here is definitely bugs. Like every single year there's a big like tarantula mating season. And you can just see tons of tarantulas just crawling around everywhere. So if you're afraid of spiders and you ever want to visit, you know, this area of the mountains, make sure you get your timing right on the season. Another insect that we have to keep an eye out for up here a lot is actually scorpions. They won't kill you or anything, but they will make you sick. So, you know, if you get stung by it, it is a trip to the hospital. You know, of course, we also got the standard lizards and snakes, and like we've even had mountain lions on the property. I haven't seen one, but I've heard them out there calling. But I feel like it's nothing to be scared of, really. You just have to respect the fact that some of the wildlife out here can really mess you up. Another thing I like to think about is how many years ago did they put these stones like this? You know, I'm curious with all the wind and rain we get up here, you know, how they've been standing so long, because we've looked and there's nothing holding them up. It's just, they're all perfectly balanced.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
And so it's just one of those wonders of the natural world, I guess. Alright, I think it's time we move on to the next spot. So one of the cool things with how they set stuff up here as well is that other fork in the path that we didn't go down. there's actually another side that connects to it over here at the rock garden. So it's all a big loop. And another thing I love about it up here is all around you can find the natural crystal. It's just so beautiful up here. You definitely need to bring good shoes coming up here, or else you're gonna be in for a bad time. Make sure you break them in too. I know someone, Stefan, who didn't break in his boots before a big backpacking trip. It was like a 6 or 7 mile hike with like a 50-pound backpack or something like that. And he didn't break in his shoes before, so he had a lot of issues with like blisters and foot soreness and stuff like that. And you know, if you're hiking along and you're carrying a walking stick, you know, it's good to kind of tap rocks sometimes, kind of make a little bit of noise, so wildlife is at least aware of your presence. Because a lot of the time, they want to stay away from you as much as you want to stay away from them, as far as I know. As long as you're not dumb and running up to a bear to pet it, they won't really do much to you, unless you're in between a mother and its cubs. And that's definitely a very bad time. So something cool about this seasonal stream is it actually runs through this rock, and you can see on the rock where the channel from the water has formed. My goodness. There's a bunch of turkey over there. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, they flew off. How unfortunate. So the last place I'm going to show you is actually going to be our fire pit. We haven't used it lately, as you'll probably be able to tell when I show you. Yeah, it's pretty cool being able to come out here when it's all set up and have a fire with some friends, drink some beer, eat some barbecue. So we have a stone fire pit, which I think is pretty cool. One of the reasons I'm really happy it's a stone fire pit is because I feel like the metal ones you buy at stores deteriorate rather quickly if you use them consistently. You end up getting like the holes in the bottom burnt through with the embers dropping down, and I just feel like for this type of environment that's not very safe. Another cool thing we have is a heavy duty metal grate that we can put on top of the fire if we ever want to grill stuff up or anything like that, give anything some heat. So with the different trails and the fire pit and even the garden I didn't have enough time to show you, there's a lot of work for us to keep working on that seems to never end. But that's alright, because some of the best things take effort. And that's life. And on that note, check us out on Facebook and Instagram at JustisBand and on Twitter at InjusticeWeStand. Hope everyone out there has a wonderful week, and until next time, catch you on the flip.